Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Okay, so today I have a pretty cool one. I have the brand new Ultimate Michael Myers from 1981's Halloween 2. Let's check it out. Alright guys, let's check out the front of this box, and I can't say enough about the front of this box here. Of course, this is the actual movie art from Halloween 2, and this has a special place in my heart. It really does. I remember being a kid. I was on a field trip, I forgot where, and we were by a movie theater, and I remember seeing this poster and just being in awe of how awesome this movie poster really was. Yeah, I was a kid when this movie came out. Yeah, I'm old. And shut up! But I think it's extremely cool that they are giving us an Ultimate Michael Myers based on the original Halloween 2 from 1981. But flip it to the side, same awesome artwork. And then we flip it to the back, and this is where this figure just blows me away. Look at this product shot. It looks like it's straight from Halloween 2 at the end. If you didn't know any better, you would swear this is straight from the movie. That's how good these accessories are in this box. And boom, the intro jack-o'-lantern with the skull inside of it. I cannot wait to get to that. And then you can see the jack-o'-lantern closed, Michael Myers, and holy crap, they gave us a Ben Tramer. That's just how cool this figure is. But let's open the flap. I can talk about this thing all day. Very cool product shot of Michael Myers. Look at that. Incredible. And there he is in the box. You can see the accessories, but I'm about to take this guy out. Let's go. All right, guys, and here he is, Michael Myers, out of the box from Halloween 2, 1981. And as expected, just blowing me away with the sculpt and the detail and accuracy on how much he just looks like Michael Myers from the movie. All right, but first, let's check out the backdrop. Of course, a very familiar scene from the hospital in the movie when Michael Myers is chasing down his, spoiler, sister, Laurie Strode. And of course, it's made of the same thin cardboard as all the Ultimates. All right, so let's check out the figure here. So, of course, Michael Myers wearing his very familiar overalls. Everything's hard molded plastic. I'm trying to see if anything on him is soft, which I don't think it is. Of course, once again, because there's a ball joint in there. Actually, this one doesn't. It kind of moves a little bit, but usually when there's a ball joint, there's a little soft patch there, and you can see my finger pressing it. But we can't move him. It's just one piece. That's kind of weird. But you can see the colors are pretty darn accurate, and look at his face here. I absolutely love it. And yes, there is some detail in the hair. It looks like it kind of gets a little blondish back here. And check it out. We have the bullet holes here from the first film. And trivia question, how many times was Michael Myers shot in the first film by Dr. Loomis? Everybody watching this video should know that. It's a super easy question, but it's almost like a joke nowadays. I see memes all over the place talking about how many times. I shot him! Times!
I shot him 6 times! What? I shot him 6 times! I shot him in the heart! Can't have gotten very far. Come on. I shot him 6 times!
Easy stuff. But anyways, let's get back to the video. There's the back. Bullet holes went right through the front, right out the back here. That's awesome. Actually, that looks great. That's pretty gruesome. Look at that. It's got a nice little shine to it where his flesh is coming through the back. Blood. That's fantastic. Then down to his boots. Pretty good mold on his boots. And then in the bottom, do we got the peg holes? Yes, we do. And just looking at him, I'm kind of curious if this is the body recycled from the brand new sequel to Halloween and the new Roy Burns that they just came out with for Friday the 13th Part 5. So I'm going to grab those real quick just to see, because now I'm curious if this is a recycled body. So yeah, so I just pulled out the Ultimate Michael Myers from the brand new Halloween film, and I'm checking out their bodies here, and yeah, they're exactly the same except for a minor color difference. This one's more blue, and this one's like a lighter, little drabbier blue, almost an olive color. But you can see They're exactly the same, no difference, except they added some bullet holes on the brand new Michael Myers from Halloween 2. And here's the back. And look at that little crease right there. You can see it right there. So check that out. They'll probably use the same body for every single Michael Myers that comes out. But now I want to check out and see if it's the same body for Roy Burns. And at first glance, they look almost identical. But there are a few differences between the brand new Michael Myers and Roy Burns here. And that same little crease right there. You can see it's not as deep, just a little less of it. It's kind of weird. It looks the same, except for the collar there, but there's slight differences. So if it is the same body, there's a few slight differences from one to the other. So now that we've identified that yes, this is a recycled body, let's talk about the articulation. All right, so articulation. Standard ball peg in his head. We can get some nice movement up and down. So yeah, there. And then that's about as far up as I can go looking up. And of course we got that classic Michael Myers head tilt, left to right, and then we can spin it all the way around. All right, let's check out his shoulder extension. We can get some pretty nice extension out of it, but not as good as some of the other figures I've seen lately from Neca. And then some up down swivel motion, and we already showed you that. Now let's talk about his elbows. Are they double jointed? Yes, they are. That's awesome. And then it looks like we can turn it all the way around from the upper elbow, and the same thing for the lower elbow there. So we have some pretty nice rotation. And then go down to his killing hand there. Oh, just, jeez. As expected, we're going to have some nice hinge movement there, as you can see. Jeez. Get that on there so it stays, and then we can spin his hands all the way around. All right, next, as I mentioned before, there is no waist or upper torso articulation. Let's go down to his legs here. Let's try a split with this guy. Oh, wow. Look at that. Not bad. So that's some pretty nice extension in his legs out that way. And let's try the opposite way, which there's always this piece in the back that kind of limits his back leg. But it looks like we could still get a nice split out of him. And then, of course, we got the normal swivel movement. Not all the way around, but some nice movement in his legs. Just a single joint in his knees here. And then let's go down to his feet. Let's see how much of a downward pointing motion we can get out of his foot. About right there. That's not bad. And like always, not much pointing up. Just spin his foot all the way around, and there should be a nice rocker in there as expected. And now on to one of the best parts of this new Michael Myers figure, and that is the accessories. So first off, I want to talk about his stock head that he comes with. So like I was saying before, just how detailed this stock head is. I want to give you guys a nice close-up look. And the color on this, it looks a little darker gray than what I remember. But everything else, and once again, I don't remember the blonde hair, but my memory gets really spotty with the movies because I watch so many horror films. Things just blend. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Such a good likeness. I love this head. And let's go on to his second of his three heads. The blood running down the front of the mask there, and I cannot believe the resemblance. But basically the same hair in the back. Let's see. Yeah, we even have that same piece of hair hanging over here on the back. But basically the same head with just some blood added to it. That's awesome. And now on to arguably one of the coolest things that Neca has ever done is give us the head of Ben Tramer. And if you guys don't know who Ben Tramer is, in Halloween 2, Dr. Loomis is riding around and thinks he sees Michael Myers walking around just in the neighborhood and freaks out and starts chasing him. And this poor kid gets so freaked out, runs across the street and gets hit by a car, slams into an ambulance, I believe it was an ambulance, and then explodes. And that's why when I found out that they were releasing a Ben Tramer head, I couldn't believe it. So check this out. Let's put this head on him. And there he is, poor Ben Tramer. All he wanted to do was just go trick-or-treating and get some candy. And here comes crazy Dr. Loomis to ruin his day. And it actually looks great on Michael Myers' body. Check this out. The only thing that doesn't make sense are the bullet holes on him. So what would have been cool is they would have given us a snap-off front, kind of like they did with Freddy Krueger for part 3, where he had his red and green sweater and then they had a snap-on chest of souls. With the Ben Tramer, I would have liked to see no bullet holes here, but still pretty damn cool they gave us this head. So on the stock Myers, we have just this normal hand here, just open. And then we have his stabbing, killing hand right here. 3 alternate hands. We have another grasping hand right here. That looks great. Nice detail, nice mold on this. And it looks like we have 2 more hands for weapons here. So what are the differences here? Other than just being the left and right. So yeah, just one's a left hand, one's a right hand. And you can hold different weapons. And speaking of the weapons, let's get to those weapons. So not a bad looking hammer here. I can see some of the wood grain in there. So check that out. Nice paint job, even though there's not much to it. No blood at all, but I actually like this paint job, this metallic silver on the hammer with some black detailing. Next, we have his kitchen knife here, and once again, no blood. And I'm gonna say, yeah, this one suffers from the Neca disease because no weathering, just plain silver, plain brown handle, no blood. But still a cool looking knife. The scalpel. So this one looks great actually. So check out this scalpel. So of course one of the kills that we get inside of the hospital, and then this is what he's slashing around. He's just wildly slashing at the air with the scalpel. No blood on this either, but still pretty cool. And then last but not least, we have this syringe, and this syringe is pretty cool. So kind of like a frosted tube right here. You can see almost like there is some liquid in there. And we have this clear plastic, what do you call that, where you push it down. It doesn't work. You can't push it in or out. That would have been cool, but this needle part looks awesome. But I have a feeling you'd be able to snap this pretty darn easy. Look how easy I can bend it. Just gonna stop messing with it. But pretty cool that they give us a syringe with this Michael Myers. My favorite accessory that he comes with is this break open jack-o'-lantern from the intro sequence of Halloween 2. And this is just so darn cool. It has this little hinge in the back. So as you guys know, while the camera zooms into the jack-o'-lantern, it slowly starts to break open and reveal the skull head inside, which, wow, look at that skull head. So it looks like you can move the skull head around just so it can kind of fit in there pretty easy. My only complaint, and yes, I always find something, I know, I'm sorry, but my only complaint is I wish they would have had some kind of LED backlight in here behind the skull, that if we push the button, it would have flickered like it did in the movie. Basically open it up and we have the flickering inside with the skull, which would have been so badass, if you guys remember, right there. So I know they could have done it. I just think they missed the boat with one of the coolest accessories you could have ever given us with the Michael Myers, is this break open jack-o'-lantern. But check out Michael with his classic kitchen knife in his hand. Once again, I just kind of wish they give you a little bit of blood on there, but you know, kind of getting a little spoiled with the last 2 Friday the 13th releases where they gave us tons of blood. All right, so I changed out both hands and put in 2 of the grasping hands for his weapons, and that's one of the hands with his hammer there, which looks awesome. And then turn it around, and we have Michael Myers holding that scalpel. Just sweet. But yeah, that's him holding the syringe in his hand. One hand is open a little bit more, just so I can get that hammer handle in there. And I'm guessing that syringe too. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you guys think of the brand new Ultimate Michael Myers from Halloween 2, 1981? Of course, if you're a Halloween fan, this is a dream come true. Just getting the Ben Tramer head alone and the breakaway jack-o'-lantern from the intro, all the different weapons, just the exact likeness from the movie, especially this alternate head here with the blood coming down the mask from his eyes. It's spot on, and I cannot say enough about it. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe, and go!